In this lesson, we'll continue looking at how to create a website in Adobe Roam. We look at master sheets, we looked at navigation buttons and links, all those things. We also looked at hotspots. So we have a pretty good idea now how to create a website and how to link the different pages together and even link to an outside location. Now let's take it up another notch, and we're going to look at how to create a slideshow that might be included as part of your website. So I've got my page 5 here, which I've relabeled or given a new name of slideshow, and I changed the slideshow name up in my navigation. What I'll be doing here is I'll be inserting a new kind of object called a layer stack. We're going to find that from the Insert menu under Media Objects. We'll find the layer stack here. Now, the layer stack is like other things that can be resized, and I'm going to resize mine a little bit and get that into the size that I think I want to use. And essentially what happens when you have a layer stack is you have a series of images or media objects that are simply right on top of each other in a stack. So in the next section here, we'll take a look at how you would insert these images, or copy and paste, or insert a file, whatever the case may be, and then how you control the playback of your layer stack slideshow. Alright, working with my layer stacks is to double click, just like it says, to open up the layer stack and make it available for insertion of new objects or new layers. Now you don't get a whole lot of visual feedback other than the little button that says double click goes away. But what you do see over on the left sidebar in the navigation pane over here is that you no longer see the sheet, but now you see a list of things called layers. And across the top we see in this little breadcrumb trail that we're down inside the layer stack, and we can go back to the slideshow by clicking on that object. All right, so what we're going to do now is just going to insert a series of images, and I'm going to do that by inserting the files. And I've saved these documents previously. I saved them because that way I can capture the information about them and save that information rather than just copying and pasting. So I'll insert my first object, and you see over on the left-hand side that I have my first layer. Now for the important part here, what we want to do is we want to insert a new blank layer. So we're going to click on the plus sign to add a blank layer to our layer stack, and we'll insert our next file. And I'm going to do these in the order, in the reverse order of what I want to see. So I think the one that's second to last, maybe I'll take a look at my Osprey, and I'll insert that, get that one set. And I'm just going to repeat this process until I have all the images I want in my layer stack. Click on the plus sign, and then insert the file, or copy and paste as the case may be. However you're getting those images to come into your document, just bring them right on in there and position them the way that you want. Okay, so again, finally, let's run through the steps. You double click to open up the layer stack. You know you're in the layer stack because you see the words layers on the left. You insert your first image, and then you click the plus sign to add a new layer. Then insert your second image, and so forth. Alright, layers, and in each new layer I've added an image, and also in my slideshow here I've added a little bit of art text above the image so that people know what to do and that there's something to see if they click on the images in my slideshow. Now the last thing I want to do is make sure I have my images in the right order, and I can do that by dragging and dropping them into position in the listing on the left-hand side of the page. So I think I want my slideshow to open with this cool picture of a dolphin catching a fish in the air. So I'll do that one, and then my great blue heron, and then some manatees. All right, I like that. So now I'll click on slideshow, which takes me back to the slideshow sheet where I'm working, and I can set the playback for my layer stack. So I'll select on the layer stack. Again, remember, I'm on my sheet now, not in the layer stack itself. And this is where I will see playback style appear in the context editor. So mine is set for presentation, and which is what I want. I want to click through. If I set it to none, nothing would happen, but there are other things that you can do with layer stacks besides do slideshows. Or I could have an autoplay presentation that plays based on the duration or the amount of seconds each image should show. All right, but I want them to be just like this, and I'm going to go ahead and preview it and see if it's come out the way I like. There's my dolphin is the first picture, and my blue heron, and my manatees, and right on through my slideshow presentation. So slideshows are a great way to add visual interest to a website. You don't have to leave the web page to be able to present information like this. And you get there by way of layer stacks and layers that you insert within your website in Adobe Roam.